Hey everyone, it's me Zen. Welcome back to my Dark Souls 3 quick guide. And in the last video we finished off the introduction of the game, doing Firelink Shrine, Udix Gundyr and everything. And in this video we're going to go to the High Wall of Lothric, which can be one of the most confusing areas in the game. So to get there, you're just going to, after placing the coiled sword, rest, and then go to your travel menu, and then simply select the High Wall of Lothric. Now I'm going to show you how to get through this area as efficiently as possible while also getting all the items you need, which includes an Estus Shard and a few other things. So you're just going to run straight forward and open this door, which will lead to the first bonfire of the area. So just run down these stairs, grab this bonfire. Now from here there are two directions you can go. You can go here, which leads to this bridge area, which has this archer right here. But this is not the way we want to go, because this is actually the shortcut to the boss fight. We're actually going to go this way, which is right here by the bonfire. And from here, you can kill these mobs if you want, but it's not required. I'm going to go ahead and just clear them out real quick. We have a soul here. And trousers. This guy will wake some of them up. And then we have another one running up here. So as you can see, he woke up this one. They have very low health. And this is the last of them that we have to worry about. So, instead of going downstairs, we're actually going to take a side route and go up these. And I believe up here should be the binoculars. I might be mistaken about that, though. Yep, so that's the binoculars right there. I normally wouldn't bother with getting them, but I figured some people might want them. I'm just going to ignore these guys. Oh, I jumped a little too far there. You can kill these if you want for the extra souls, but you're just going to go here by the dragon's tail and drop down this right here. Now don't drop onto this stone that's on like the railing, because that can make you fall off. I'm just gonna kill these guys, because I didn't think they'd follow me down here. Okay. And all that's here is some gold pine resin, which can be useful for the first boss of the game. Actually, the second boss of the game, because we fought Udix Gundyr. So I'm gonna put on my gold pine resin inside of my item bar, just for when we get to that boss. And there's nothing we really need in here, so you're just going to go to this hole right here and drop down. He might follow us down. Okay. There's just various random items laying around. Nothing too necessary. Now, up here there's going to be a dragon, so we're going to get that dragon to come out, or you can just run straight through, which is what I usually do. What I would typically do is, I'll actually show you, just for demonstration purposes. The staircase that we ran up, there's a platform on the side of it. Maybe I can't get over there. But there's a platform where you can stand where the fire will not hit you, and then you can just wait for him to do it, and then you can roll through the fire. You will take damage, but not enough to kill you. That right there is a mimic that contains the deep battle axe. I don't need that, but you can get that if you so wish. It's kind of a niche build, not a lot of people use. You don't have to fight this guy. So if you just stand back, he will walk past you and not bother you at all. So what I'm actually going to do is quit the game, just to show you this. So he's going to reset to where he starts out. There he is. And if we just stand back, you don't even actually have to stand back. You can go off to the side and do whatever. He's just going to walk right by. Because he can be a challenging foe. He's not too bad for me now, but I know when I first started, he gave me a lot of trouble. So you can just walk past him, and then up these stairs. You will get chased, but up these stairs is the next bonfire, which is the tower on the high wall bonfire, or tower on the wall. And from here, we are going to go downstairs. Just going to walk right here, grab fire bombs. And there's this guy that has a walk cycle that passes right below you. You can just wait for him to come up, and then plunge attack him by falling and holding right bumper or R1, or whatever your control is. Now we're going to go through this door. And we have two guys here, and there is a third guy that's hanging on this ledge. And we can just smack him down, and then this guy climbs up the ladder. And you don't have to kill these guys, but you can if you want. Now up here, you can see a few hollows worshipping these tree monster things. Now, the guy that is kneeling right above my head at the moment, he turns into a pus of man. So you're going to want to kill him as fast as possible. You actually don't have to do this, you can just run past and you'll be fine. But if you want to get the items, it's best to run up and quickly kill this guy. As you can see, he was about to transform, but did not have time to do so. And the other guys will mostly leave you alone. And there's a crystal lizard over here, which drops, I believe, a raw gem or a simple gem or something like that. My blades are hitting the walls. Okay, let's see what it was. A raw gem. Now we're going to drop down here. There's a crossbow guy right there that you don't really have to worry about. You can just run through here. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe there is a Titanite Shard in the room to my left. Along with this guy. Yep, so 2 Titanite Shards are required for the first weapon upgrade. The first standard weapon upgrade, anyway. There's a guy in here. So now we have enough to upgrade our weapon one time. Now, we will have to fight this guy. You can run past him, but it's honestly easier to just get him out the way. He is, however, a very challenging opponent. And if you want, you can kill the archer back there if he does bother you. Like he is doing to me. And you can backstab him. When he does the thrust, you can usually strafe around him and get a backstab off. But not right there because I was too far away. Oh. The input queue, or whatever it's called, the input buffer, is really not helping. There we go. And that archer is still trying to get us. I don't know what's right here. Just a soul. Most of the items in this area are not necessary. Now for this area, we have down here a whole level. And this is where we get the Estus Shard. And we also have this guy that's going to jump out. So this area can be a little bit tricky. I think it's just a shield or something like that over here. Nothing completely necessary, but we'll see what it is just in case. Just a green blossom. So, for this area, we're going to take a certain approach that sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. The best thing to keep in mind for this is to take it slow because it is very easy to die in this area. So what I'm going to actually do is grab some fire bombs. Okay, so I actually screwed this up a little bit on my first try, so I came back to give it another go. So when you enter this door, you'll see this room with a bunch of barrels and dogs and a few big enemies. What you're actually going to do first is ignore them. Oh, so that dog got really angry at that set of barrels. And you're going to come over here. You can see that's where I died. So there's this guy right here. You don't really need to worry about him. And there's a chest right here that is not a mimic. It's just a shield. But then you have this guy. Now the reason you want to kill him is because when you go down, he's going to get up, and he is going to start throwing fire bombs down at you, which is really bad considering that there's a lot of fire barrels. Now, you're going to do pretty much exactly what he does. and throw firebombs at whatever enemies you can. If you can get an enemy to get close to one of the barrels, that would be ideal because it'll basically insta-kill them. But if you can't, that's fine. You can just do as much damage as you can. And there's that guy that walks outside. And then the guy with the halberd that goes up and down the stairs. And then the big axe guy right here. I usually go for him first. Sometimes you'll hit both, like I just did. And that's okay, they're not too difficult to deal with. This one can be backstabbed pretty easily, like this. And then likewise for this guy. Couldn't get the backstab right there. I'm in a bit of a sticky situation. Just gonna lead them out this way. Actually, I will just lead them around here and get down this way. So now they're up there and I'm out of their aggro range. So now we just have this big axe guy and the dog right here. I'm going to deal with the dog because this item is actually really important. Not really important, but if you care about quest lines. That is the cell key, which we can use to get Greirat out of his cell. This right here is going to be an Estus Shard, and then I believe over here is a Titanite Shard. Yep. So now we're going to go ahead and unlock the shortcut to the boss. So you're going to jump down here. There are some embers around if you want to pick them up, but it's not necessary. You're going to run through this big gate, avoiding the large knight right there. Turn right. Go up these stairs. And up these stairs is an ambush, but you can avoid it by simply running straight in and going up the elevator. And this is going to lead to a familiar location. It is the side of the first bonfire that I said not to go on, because it is the shortcut to the boss. Now there are dogs here, but I'm going to try to rush up and grab the bonfire. If not, we always have fast travel options available. So we can try to kill the dogs, but it doesn't really matter because we will respawn anyway. Hey, we got him. So now we're going to go ahead and fight the boss. But there is one thing we have to do prior to that, which I will show you once we get down there. Now to get down here without aggroing the dogs, you can just jump on this platform, roll down, and get onto the elevator. And hopefully he does not drop down, but he might. Okay. And just run straight through because this is an ambush, like I said. You could probably hear them jumping down in the background. There's a crossbow guy right here. Now before going to the boss room, which is down there, we're going to go left and try to avoid getting hit by these guys. And we are going to talk to this old woman here. Now you have two options, you can talk to her or you can kill her. It doesn't make too much of a difference, to be honest, except it gives you access to a endgame boss very early. I'm just going to talk to her. And I'm going to skip through the dialogue, and she gives you the... Sorry, I stumbled over my words. She gives you the small Lothric banner, which we need to progress to the area after the boss. She also gives you the Way of Blue Covenant. So if you get invaded, you should definitely put this covenant on, because it means that if and when you get invaded, it will summon phantoms to help you. Phantoms being other players that are part of another covenant. So it can be useful if you ever get invaded. Now we're going to go down these stairs. And here we have the boss room. And these guys will not follow you into the boss room, they'll just back up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my gold pine resin and get it ready, because this boss is very weak to lightning. so you can use it to shred him very quickly. So we'll get this cutscene here. I don't want to spoil too much, so I'm going to skip past it. And I'm going to pop my gold pine resin. And for this guy, basically all you want to do is just stick near his backside. Just stick near his butt and shred him. And that's basically all you gotta do. Because if you stay under his crotch, there's basically nothing he can do. He doesn't have any hits that reach in that area, but he does move around a lot to try to get you out from there, as you can see. So just don't try to hit him head on, just get under him, and that's when you want to hit him. And as you can see, it does a lot of damage. Now he's going into his phase 2 transition. He has 3 charges typically. 1, 2, I'll probably do 1 more. 3, and then he does breath. Does frost breath, so just get in behind him. Same thing. His moves get a little bit more aggressive in this phase, but don't be intimidated, they're still pretty simple to dodge, they're very well telegraphed. But he does have some frostbite effects that you'll want to watch out for, because frostbite will make you take 20% more damage. Now, oh, he's doing charges again. Looks like he interrupted them. 2... Interesting. That was weird. He seems to be bugged a little bit. There's his breath again. I'm going to use this to heal. I don't know what all that was. I've never seen that happen before. And there we go. He is finished. Now, the reason we went out of our way to talk to that lady and grab the small Lothric banner is because we will need that to progress to Undead Settlement, which is the topic of the next video. Oh, and one more thing before I go. If you want to free Greirat from his cell, you're going to travel to the Tower on the Wall bonfire. And from here, basically you're just going to go as far down as you can until you reach his cell. So you're going to go downstairs, wait for that knight to pass by. I'm going to drop down here, and then drop down this hole. Now there is a big guy down here. He's just like the guy that we saw earlier where the Estus Shard was. And then there is him, who will probably follow you down. Not sure what he's doing. Then you go down these stairs. And I believe it is this way. I might be mistaken. Yeah. And then there's him that you also have to watch out for. So you're going to go down these stairs. And then right here is Greirat's cell. So you can open this up, talk to him, and agree to everything that he says. He will give you the blue tearstone ring, which is useful. And then he will be in Firelink Shrine. And I will show you where he is right now. So in Firelink Shrine, go this direction towards Andre, but then take a left down these stairs, and there he is, right there.
Oh, hello.
And he sells various items, some of which are useful. And then also, the last thing we will do before we go is reinforce our Estus flask with the Estus Shard that we picked up in the High Wall. So just go down to reinforce Estus, and there we are. So hopefully this video... Oh, wait. One more thing. We also have Titanite, so we will go ahead and reinforce our Twin Blades. Okay, now we're all done. So hopefully this video helps somebody. I know the High Wall of Lothric can be a very confusing area. Oh, she's sitting here, that's kind of rare. So yeah, hopefully I helped someone, and I will see you in the next one.